Are we good? We're good. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's 8:30 on Wednesday, February 14th. Yes, Valentine's Day. This has been already, it's only February, but it's been a really crazy year. Talked about like my past relationships before. It took a really big toll on me. I needed to do a lot of growing after that relationship. I figured out a lot more about myself, moved to a new city, made some new friends. Now it's several years, yes, years. When gay relationships are over, they ruin you. It takes years to recover. I was with this girl for like almost 4 years. I think we were like a month away from it being 4 years. So I'm back to putting myself out there again. I'm on the apps, I'm going out. I am kind of, sort of, in some sorts, don't know how, have found myself in a situationship. With a situationship, let me unpack this. Starters, I work with this girl. She's so sweet. Over the summer, she asked me if I want to go out with her friend, her roommate who's living with her for the summer. She's just like subleasing one of her friends, and another girl we work with. So it's 4 of us. Her friend, 5 of us. This is gonna be a lot, so buckle the fuck up. It ends up being like a really fun night. I think I got the roommate's Instagram that night. She was like super sweet, and you can tell she's like used to going out. She was really social, made friends with everyone, like bartender, even just like with the little group. And so I ended up like, we got like our exchanged Instagrams, and like while I was getting to know her a bit, she was like dating this guy. She was really sweet. Mind you, this is all in the summer, whatever. Fast forward probably to like November, maybe even early December. I'm on my friendly little dating app, and I see Miss Roommate. We're gonna call Miss Roommate Girly Pop. I see Girly Pop on the dating app, and I have my settings for girls, but there's also sometimes I feel like some people have their settings for like everyone, because some people are just down to make friends. That's what I assumed when I saw her profile come up, and I was like, oh, hot, yes. But I was like, oh, I don't want it to be like messy if I like say like send a like and she's like, oh, straight, sorry, like I was just here for fun, you know, just to make new girlfriends and like have a great time with people and go out more. I built up a situation in my head that wasn't real, pretty much. Yeah. Anyways, fast forward a little bit more to the beginning of the year. I am out at a bar with one of my friends, and I run into Girly Pop at a bar, and we were like, oh, like this was like the first time I'd seen her since the summer when we went out and met for the first time. I was like, oh my God. She's like, hey, and we're mutuals on Instagram. She'd been liking my stories, I'd been liking hers. I thought it was just a little friendly, fun interaction. I love when people like my Instagram stories. I think it's like the best thing ever. I don't know. Anyways, we're like in passing, my friends were going up the stairs. I think she was coming down. And then later on that night, we run into each other again at a different bar. And she's like, I'm just gonna come up and say this. She's like, I saw you on the dating app. Should have swiped or should have liked or whatever. She's like, but I really want to get like your phone number, your Snapchat or something. And I was like, me? You want to get my number? You want to get my Snapchat? Me? What? I was like, yeah. I was like, whatever you want. She said, okay, give me your Snap. Okay. Okay. That's where I was like, cool. That's how it's gonna be. Snapchat kind of has a little bad rep, you know, which is like valid, understandable. So that's kind of like where I kind of like mentally was like, got it. I feel like I'm not saying a lot, but if you know, you know, you know? I had been like snapping her. We'd been snapping back and forth. I feel like for a while we were like snapping back and forth, and then after a little bit it ended up just being like a pick a day to keep the streak going. I love a good streak. Who doesn't? A couple weeks ago, send a streak, she sends one back, and then I get another snap from her and I'm like, that's weird behavior. Very weird. Open it. WYD. I got WID'd. I had kind of gotten a vibe. Before WID, I had kind of gotten a vibe that she wasn't really vibing with me anymore. Maybe there was like, she was like starting to talk to someone else, maybe. Period. So I was like, just put on the little back burner. So I was like, okay, cool. Where am I going with this? Hang on, let me regroup. She WIDs me. And I'm like, nothing. Why? What's happening? She's like, let's drink. I said, hell yeah. So, this was like at 4 p.m. by the way. This is literally in the afternoon. It's like 7:30 and I am drunk off my ass. And she was just knocking him back. And I was like, oh, I tried so hard to keep up with her. I made a fool of myself. I literally embarrassed myself. And so here's where it gets to like being like, what am I in right now? Like, what kind of like interweb am I in? So while we were drunk, she was like, hey, my fuck buddy doesn't like you. And I don't care that I genuinely don't care that she has a fuck buddy. We were literally just like getting to know each other. If it didn't work out, fine. There weren't really like any sort of like expectations I was wanting to get out of this, you know? I was just like there to have a good time. Fine. I was like, oh my God. I was sent on this earth to please people, and there's someone who doesn't like me, and that's all I've been thinking about now. No, I'm just kidding. But actually, I was like, oh, okay, like, awkward. What do you want me to do with that information? And I was like, okay, cool. She's like, so let's just like be friends. And I was like, period. I'm down for friends. I love friends. I have a lot of friends. I would love to have more. But also like that night there wasn't any, you know? But there was, you know? I'm a little confused, and we still have like our snap streak going. Conversations are like sometimes a little bit more fun, sometimes they're dry as fuck. So I'm just so confused on what I'm in right now. Mind you, I'm not really looking for a relationship. I think now that I'm back out there, I want to just like have fun, you know? So I'm not really like looking for a relationship right now. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. I don't know, this whole situation is very like confusing, and this can all be solved. All my problems can literally be solved by me saying, hey, this is where I stand. I was talking to one of my guy friends about it. He's like, just ask her. I was like, no. So I'm going to sit here on Valentine's Day, finish this bottle of wine, have some honey roasted peanuts, think about my situationships, maybe text my ex. No, don't text your ex. I should really follow me on Y'all should really follow me on Instagram and TikTok. No, none of like my personal life people, other than like my mom, dad, and my sisters, know that I post on YouTube. So it'd be really funny if people from YouTube came to like my personal life, Instagram and TikTok, and were like, hey bestie, you just spilled your guts on YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna edit this video and post it and probably regret it. Okay, goodbye. Happy Valentine's Day to all who celebrate.